So today what we're doing is the first round rebuild of the MLB draft, or some other sort of title that has to do with the MLB draft rebuild, or you know what it is. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. What we're going to do is we're going to take 26 of the first round draft picks and just throw them all onto a team and rebuild the team. What I'm thinking is we're going to sim one season, and then I'm going to sim like 5-6 years in advance, so a lot of these guys can hit to the point where they're kind of hitting their prime, and then just kind of sim another season or two to see what they can do when they start to be like MLB talents. So that's how it's going to go today. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do, thumbs up down below. Let's aim for 600 likes on today's video, and we'll continue with like these draft themed videos. We can do some more player rebuilds with their new team. We can do some other draft things. So let's hit that like goal for today. If you're new to the channel and enjoy the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell icon and make sure all notifications are clicked. That's the option that you select, because there's a lot of YouTubers right now that don't have their videos hitting sub boxes, and on top of that, people aren't getting notifications. So if you don't want to miss out on any of the content, make sure all notifications are clicked. And in the comment section, let me know what your thoughts are on your team's draft pick. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you have no idea because you don't pay attention to college baseball? Let me know down below. And that's it, guys. Yesterday's video is up here. It was the Spencer Torkelson rebuild. I hear that name. I think that guy sounds like he plays with Babe Ruth. Like, I feel like it's kind of a throwback name, not someone in 2020. That's just my thoughts though. Video's up here. Let's get into today's video. All right, so what I did to get these players on to the roster was I went to the player vault. I just searched every single player name. I downloaded them, and then I imported them into the roster that I use. So, you know, you could have Nick Gonzalez, Aliko Williams, whoever you're looking for. Or if you wanted to, I know some people have come out with like all draft picks included and rosters like that. There's also another user that I know 100% will be coming out with a roster either tonight or tomorrow. I saw on Twitter that it was coming out within the next couple days. If you search writing roster or just writing R under the online ID, and then like I said, either tonight or tomorrow, he should have a roster that has all the updated draft picks, roster, up-to-date roster. So this is usually who I go to for my roster. So if that's what you're looking for, search that name in the online ID section. Let's get into the video now. So with this team, what I did was I added a lot of like Joe randoms. That way that the CPU wouldn't put like minor league players above the prospects. So this is the team that I came up with. I did, you know, I had to work around a couple things, but we have Emerson Hancock of Georgia. He went to, I know this, I'm going to think about it, for the Mariners. He went to the Mariners. That was a great pick for them. Reed Detmers went to the Angels. I thought that was a good move. Max Meyer, I thought he got picked a little early, but still pretty solid pickup for the Marlins. Asa Lacy to the Royals. I thought that was a great snag for the Royals. Bryce Jarvis, I really wanted the Cubs to get him. He went to the Diamondbacks instead. Garrett Crochet to the White Sox. Bitsko, Milaj Skins. I don't know how to say his name. I heard it said multiple times last night. I still don't know how to say it. Carmen went to the Pirates. We got Mickey Abel. I forgot where Mick Abel went to. I think it was the Phillies. Schuster, forgot where he went. Bobby Miller went to the Dodgers. I really wanted him on the Cubs. And then Cade Cavalli went to the Nationals. So these were kind of the top pitchers that were taken in the draft. So that's why I went with them. When we take a look at the lineup, you got Garrett Mitchell, who snuck all the way down to the Brewers in the late half of the round. I thought that was a great pickup for the Brewers. Nick Gonzalez went to the Pirates. Good pickup for the Pirates. Number 1 overall pick, Torkelson, went to the Tigers, obviously. Kjerstad by the Orioles. I'm not sure about that one. Austin Martin to the Blue Jays. Solid pickup. Can also play the outfield. So I think that's going to be the move for him. Zach Veen to the Rockies. Great pickup. Patrick Bailey. Head scratcher for me with the Giants. Why you drafted another catcher? You got Joey Bart. Austin Hendrick went to the Reds. I think it was the Reds. I get him and Hassel mixed up. So Hendrick went to the Reds and Hassel went to the Padres, or it's flipped. It's one of the two. I can't remember. Ed Howard to the Cubs. I'm happy with that move. PCA went to the Mets. Soderstrom went to the Athletics. Jordan Walker to the Cardinals. Robert Hassel, I said I get those two mixed up. Another head scratcher. The Rangers taking Justin Foscue. What? He wasn't even the best infielder at that spot. I don't get it. But that's the team. You guys can see it here. Like I said, I'm going to simulate a season, see how it plays out. What we're going to do here is we're not the best team. Obviously, you guys can see that above. But I just want to see how they would do and then simulate a few seasons in advance and see if we can win a World Series with this future stars team. So let's see how this season plays out. I'm not going to do a draft. I'm not going to make any trades. You don't have to worry about free agency. I just want to get through this season and focus on this team. So let's see how it goes. As expected, season went pretty poorly. We set the record for most losses and least amount of wins, obviously, in a season. So as expected, it went pretty bad. Probably the worst team in baseball. And I mean, it was one of those things that I knew was going to happen. Spencer Torkelson was Rookie of the Year. And let's take a peek. Let's just see how some things went. So Garrett Crochet, you also got to remember these guys aren't relievers as well. They are getting some work though, and a couple players aren't doing terribly. Like I'm not like Bobby Miller, actually kind of nasty. Same with Cade Cavalli. Like these two guys actually kind of good. And then when you look at the starters, you got Emerson Hancock, Reed Detmers, Max Meyer, Asa Lacy, and Bryce Jarvis. So I mean, it's one of those things where I knew it was gonna be bad in the first year. I can't expect too many good things to happen, and the bench was pretty rough. You look at the starters now. Garrett Mitchell was not terrible. Nick Gonzalez not terrible either. Spencer Torkelson was Rookie of the Year, popped off. You got Keston Herstead, and like I fully expect a lot of these players' potentials to go down just because they were put in the majors right away. And it was tough to see how it would go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart the sim. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them in the minors for about 4 or 5 seasons, basically until they're ready to get to the point of the majors. And then what I'm going to do that way so they can actually properly develop in the minors. And it's basically like normal life. And then 5th season, 4th season, whatever it is, I'm going to bring them all up to the majors, put them all on one team, and see how it goes. So let's get into it. I want to see how this team competes, how this team would do, and I'm kind of excited for it. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so we're in the year 2025. I've simulated a few seasons into the future. I think it's season 6 at this point. And we're going to take a look at the team. So what I did was I just left them on their original teams. And now we're going to see, so basically I traded for all of them. And then what we're going to do is now we're going to see where they kind of rank, because I'm interested to see how everything went. So most of these guys haven't played in the majors yet. A lot of them are 24, 25, 26. So kind of starting to hit that prime of their career. And you can see some did well, some haven't done great. Bryce Jarvis is actually going to be our long reliever. He hasn't pitched a single inning anywhere. He's 26 years old, which, I mean, with those stats, I feel like he could definitely be a long reliever for a team at this point. Cade Cavalli hasn't pitched either. You guys can see 26 years old, slow developing, but I mean, it just looks like that's the case. Jared Schuster hasn't pitched for anybody. He hasn't really done much at all. He's kind of the weak spot. Nick Bisco at 23 years old hasn't pitched either. Okay stats, nothing too crazy. We're going to call this guy Carmen because I still don't know his name. He pitched 1 game for Pittsburgh. And by 1 game, I mean 11 games. Actually not too bad in the innings that he did work. Bobby Miller, probably one of the best players with clutch on the team, hasn't pitched for anybody either, so we're going to put him as a setup guy. And then Mick Abel, probably one of the most well-rounded pitchers out of the bunch, hasn't pitched either, so we're going to throw him into the closer spot. I know he's most likely going to be a starter. I think if we're looking at pitchers that most likely will end up being relievers, Cade Cavalli, Carmen, and then I think Bobby Miller will, but we'll have to wait and see. Emerson Hancock has started a few games for the Mariners. Hasn't gone too great, but we'll see how that goes. Reed Detmers with the Angels, a few games here and there. Definitely had his first full season there. Asa Lacy's had his 3 seasons with the Royals. Still pretty young, still looking like he'll develop. Garrett Crochet, a few games with the White Sox. Max Meyer actually got traded to from the Marlins to the Royals. Struggled last year, but we'll have to wait and see how he does. So overall, pitching is where we're definitely going to struggle, but it's kind of good to see how all these players developed. You guys can see Justin Foscue is up to a 70 overall. I don't think he's pitched or hit at all. I guess I should show you the pitching stats so you guys can kind of see or attributes, I should say, so you guys can kind of see where everybody is at this point of their career. I definitely think if you give them some more training and or also kind of focus the right training, which a lot of the time the CPU doesn't do, and also give them some more innings or put them in the right, AAA, AA in the majors, I definitely think that would help with their growth. But you guys can see where they're kind of all rated so far. So now let's take a look at all of our hitters. Justin Foscue hasn't had a single at bat. Neither has Jordan Walker. Good power versus lefties though. Pete Crow Armstrong looks decent at 70. Austin Hendricks got some good pop versus righties. We've got Robert Hassel. He hasn't played an inning either. And then we're back to Justin Foscue. So a lot of these guys have played innings. So Garrett Mitchell, you guys can see, another player who went to Kansas City. He's been he's minimal appearances, but you can see his stats there. He actually looks decent. Nick Gonzalez with the Pirates has played a few games, done pretty well also, so pretty excited to see how he does. Austin Martin, again, with the Royals. The Royals are just trading for every single prospect, it looks like. I don't get it. Has done pretty well. Heston Kjerstad stayed with the Orioles. Last year was kind of his breakout season, did really well. Spencer Torkelson has been with the Tigers for quite some time, been doing decent. I guess I didn't show you guys these attributes either. Both have some pop off the bat for sure. Zach Veen, only 23, still developing. I think he could be really good. You can see his first year with the Rockies. Tyler Soderstrom hasn't played. Patrick Bailey's played a few games with the Giants. Looks okay. Ed Howard with the Cubs still probably needs some more time to develop. The hitting stats aren't there. Kind of like he is in real life. He's really good with the glove, but not so much with the bat. So this is the team. We are ranked pretty low, 30th once again. I just wanted to see where we would stand, how everything would do, and now I'm kind of intrigued. It is 2026. The league has changed for sure. Let's sim it out. See you guys at the end of it. As expected, things didn't go well. And I mean, the team was ranked 30th. So guys are still in their low to mid 70s. Some guys are in the 80s, but most of them are kind of in the 70s. 69 and 93. Nice. Not so nice, but you know what? We didn't finish last, so that's a lot better than I expected. And we're 24th in baseball. ERA is high, which is what I was expecting. And the average is pretty disappointing. No league leaders, which is sad. And then we had one Gold Glove award. That was it. Just one Gold Glove award. So let's take a look at pitching. See how everything turned out here. Bryce Jarvis. I mean, he looks really good. You give him like 2 more years, which sucks because in baseball, in real life, 24, 23, 25, this is when they're like MLB ready. This is when they're good to go. And I feel like some of these guys would be a little bit better. I feel like definitely would be a little bit better. And we'd be getting a lot better results. Mick Abel looks like he's going to be a very good pick. Like, this is 100% a 6th guy in the rotation, a 5th guy in the rotation, just with the stamina, or just move him into the bullpen and just make him absolutely nasty. Bobby Miller, like I said, I think in real life he's going to end up being a bullpen arm, but he looks pretty solid there. And then Cade Cavalli, same thing. I just think because of his injuries, he's going to end up being a bullpen arm as well. And then when you take a look at the starters, I think Asa Lacy has the most upside. I think in real life he's going to be unreal. You look at Reed Detmers. I don't think he's going to be like your ace in the rotation. I know there's been some comparison. I think Draft Deck Mark said he's going to be kind of like your Patrick Corbin, your 2, your 3 in the rotation. He's going to do really solid. He's going to give you really consistent outings. And I kind of agree with him. I think he doesn't really have crazy overpowering stuff, but he's definitely a solid pick for the Angels. Max Meyer, really solid. We'll see how he does. Garrett Crochet, I thought was a really safe pick for the White Sox. But again, you guys can kind of see, I think he's going to be pretty good. 25 years old, kind of hitting that good spot for a franchise. He'd be pretty good there as well. So let's see. That's all the pitchers. Oh no, Emerson Hancock for the Mariners. Again, I think that's a really good pick for them. One of the highest rated players for pitching in the draft. And I think for the Mariners, that was a good pickup. So Justin Foscue's up to a 70. 26 years old. I thought this was a reach for the Rangers. I didn't think it was a good pick. Hendrick, 23, 74 overall. Solid for sure. PCA looks decent. Obviously still pretty young, 23. Same with Robert Hassel, just out of high school. Looks pretty decent. I mean, really good hitting stats, even good fielding. Like, this is a guy I would put in the lineup pretty young, see how he does. And then Jordan Walker, huge potential for the Cardinals. Definitely got that power. 6'5", like 220. Unbelievable. Garrett Mitchell, the Brewers, looks okay. All right. Nick Gonzalez definitely has some pop off the bat. He's getting those comparisons to Keston Hiura. Austin Martin of the Blue Jays, I think is going to be insane. Can play the outfield as well. He's just going to be really good. We got I keep wanting to say Heston Kjerstad. Good pop off the bat. That's really what the Orioles were looking for with him. I don't see it though. I really don't think he's going to be cranking out a crazy amount of home runs, but I could be wrong. Spencer Torkelson, good with the bat. Patrick Bailey, first base, catcher, whatever he's going to be. You guys can see his attributes and stats there. Tyler Soderstrom. Okay. Zach Veen. I think this guy's going to be insane in Colorado. Definitely think he's going to be like your Charlie Blackmon replacement. Definitely going to be sitting in right field for who knows how long. This guy's got some pop off the bat. I'm excited for him. And then Ed Howard, you can see there. So that, I think, is going to wrap it up. Like, I could continue and go years on years on years on years, but you guys kind of get the idea. You get the picture. You see how players have developed throughout this rebuild and are kind of like a sim. That's what you get. So first year, you guys kind of get a picture of what they're looking like. And then 5-6 years when they're starting to hit their prime, you also get that idea as well. So we didn't make the postseason. We didn't make it anything crazy, but I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, hit that thumbs up down below. Again, let's aim for 600 likes, and we'll try to keep doing these draft rebuilds. Maybe we do like a Asa Lacy with the Royals or a Austin Martin with the Blue Jays. Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know your team's pick and what you thought about it. And of course, hit that no, not that like button. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed the content, hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to be notified when a video does go live. New video, or not new videos, 2 videos are on screen. Go and give them a watch if you haven't yet. And of course, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.